Yesterday's UFC card might have been one of the best cards we've ever witnessed. Yay! And in this video, I'll give you my thoughts on what's next for some of the fighters involved at UFC Freedom 250 yesterday. We start with Justin Gaethje, the winner of the main event at UFC Freedom 250. Yay! Justin Gaethje, the All-American D1 wrestler, gets it done against Ilia Topuria. Now, I'm very emotional when it comes to sports, and this really broke my heart. But regardless of my feelings for Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje looked phenomenal yesterday. Gaethje was so good yesterday that he made Ilia Topuria, the scariest man at 145 and 155, quit on the stool. Yay! And I said this in the event recap video that I did earlier, but the amount of aura that Ilia Topuria lost from quitting on the stool, being broken by Justin Gaethje, was just infinite levels of Homelander falling apart, not knowing what to do. Justin Gaethje was Butcher and Ilia Topuria was Homelander in the Season 5 finale. Ilia walked into that octagon thinking he would just no-diff Justin, but Justin had scorched earth ideas. So what's next for Justin Gaethje? Arman Tsarukyan. There's really not any question about that. Arman Tsarukyan deserves a title shot. He's been waiting for one for a long time. Regardless of the circumstances around him pulling out against Makhachev, he should get the title shot, I believe. Yeah, I don't really care to see Arman Tsarukyan versus Oliveira 2 right now, even though that would be a fun fight. It's a good thing Arman Tsarukyan isn't undefeated, because that would just guarantee a win for Justin Gaethje, because he loves teaching those undefeated fighters a lesson. Just not in the Khabib fight. Moving on to the loser of the main event of the evening, Ilia Topuria quits on the stool, embarrassing El Ora. No, Alexandria, I actually can't see anything. Paddy Pimblett is next for Ilia Topuria. Paddy's got a fight coming up on the McGregor card next month, about 4 weeks away from now. And Ilya's going to need a bit of time off with that small orbital bone fracture that he has, confirmed by the doctors today. And plus, it's a bad blood matchup. If you remember Paddy throwing the hand sanitizer bottle at Ilya, bouncing it off his head. Paddy's nickname for him was Hand Sanitizer Boy. Lad, I bounced the hand sanitizer bottle right off his head. I think you get this one done. Book it for February of 27. Now, I'm not going to do any takes or opinions or any of that, but I think Ilia Topuria might be one of those fighters who's never the same after a loss, like Tony Ferguson was when he lost to Gaethje. But for my mental well-being, I hope to God that is not true. I don't know what I would do. Next, we move to the co-main event where Alex Pereira lost the heavyweight interim title to Ciryl Gane. No more Ciryl. But what's next for Alex? The winner of an earlier fight on this card, the Incredible Hulk, J-Ho! Everybody's favorite fighter, Josh Hokett, says nothing mean or controversial ever. Now, before yesterday's fight between Gane and Pereira, I did not think that Hokett would stand a chance against Alex Pereira at heavyweight, or at any weight, really. But seeing how his chin held up yesterday, getting dropped from a jab, like prime Bobby Greenwood, man, call the sports bookies, because this fight's over. I'm actually giving Josh Hokett a chance in this fight. I don't know if he actually beats him, but I give him a 40-60 chance. Now I'll move on to my only GOAT left standing, the Big Shug O'Malley. The Big Shug Show. W's in that shot for Sugar Sean O'Malley. Now, like I said, I'm very emotional when it comes to sports, so when he knocked out Amian, I was squealing like Maroon 5 in the song Animals. Petr Yan is next for Sugar Show. I don't care if he fights Merab first. I think Sugar Sean has done enough to warrant a title shot. And remember, Sugar Sean's 1-0 against Petr. The little ball of muscle. Book this fight. If not, book Petr versus Merab, then O'Malley versus the winner of that. Kind of like the Volk versus Holloway trilogy. I'm okay with that. Amian Zahabi got finished by Sugar Sean O'Malley. Kind of looked like a lost puppy in there a little bit. Bro looked like this was his first ranked match in UFC 6 online. Peyton Talbot should be next. Amian Zahabi versus Peyton Talbot would be a very fun fight. They're both in the top 15, so I think this fight makes a lot of sense. I would love to see it. And if Peyton beats Amian, that could propel him to a top 5 matchup possibly. Now, I know this was driving you insane that I skipped over Ciryl Gane, so I'm going to get to him now. Ciryl Gane, the winner of the co-main event, beats Alex Pereira with a couple back-of-the-head shots. I'm not going to say it's dirty, but that's dirty. But ultimately, that's not what led to the finish. Pereira was finished standing up about 20 seconds after the back of the head shots. Don't love to see it, but the finish was awesome. The thing is, Cyril Gane doesn't need to do the back of the head shots. He doesn't need to be a dirty fighter. He can win without eye pokes and back of the head shots. He doesn't need to do that. Bro's only losses are to Francis Ngannou and John Jones. But what's next for Gane? I think it's pretty obvious. Tommy Aspinall. Tommy Aspinall next for Gane. The rematch in September. Gane called for it in Paris. Tom Aspinall said he was down in his reaction video. I think a lot of Pereira fans would love to see Tom Aspinall slime out Cyril Gane. Get a little bit of revenge for sliming out one of our favorite fighters. Yeah, but Tom's got to remember he's the heavyweight champion, not some buffoon with his ears sticking out and his hands down. Tom's undefeated in rematches, though, so could go either way. Now, if you're still here at this point, I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Thanks. Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. What's next for Derek? Oh, I can think of some interesting fights. His wife. His wife is next. You going ground and pound that? I'm going ground and pound that double leg. By the way, I want to mention how cute Derek Lewis's scream is at the weigh-ins. It's always so funny. Oh! 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 Anyway, Derek Lewis's next opponent, he looked like absolute garbage. Gave up, like I predicted he would. Looked like garbage. Needs his wife. He needs his wife. He needs a little wifey time. Derek needs some wifey time. No, but really what's next for Derek Lewis? He needs to retire. Head to Cabo, head for the beaches. Go see Victor Wembanyama. Party together, hang out, retire. Derek Lewis, call it a career, 41 years old. Hell of a career. I'm a huge fan, but I think it's time to hang up the gloves, Derek. You could have both of these opponents, honestly. You could have both. You could have the wife and you could have retirement at the same place. Yay! Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez, early stoppage. No, I'm joking. Diego Lopez. What's next? Lerone Murphy. Believe it or not, these two have actually not fought each other yet. I thought they had, but when I looked at it, it didn't say that they had fought. They're both in the top 3. Make this fight happen. While Evloev fights Volk for the title next, probably in August. I think that's happening. Rumored, but not confirmed. But Diego Lopez, Lerone Murphy, make it happen. Title eliminator fight. If Diego Lopez beats Lerone Murphy, he gets another title shot against Volkanovski, who's going to be 48 years old by the time that happens. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Here's a Coke. Have a drink. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.